Hello everyone, this is Dr. Locks. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another vlog. Today I'm going to talk about picks and what to do with them, or as a lot of people that watch my channel will know, I've been making a few picks recently, upcycling picks and making them from scratch, just having a bit of a play around and having some fun. So yeah, in front of you are a few of the picks that you've probably seen. This one actually was different. I've actually changed this one into a really quite a nice pick actually. This had a little bit of a double hump in it, but when I actually tried to use it in a lock, it was useless because the humps were just getting in the way. So I thought, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of the humps. So as you can see, one of the humps was about that. You can just see there, oh, lose a bit of focus. There's a little bit of a divot in there, but I don't think it'll make that much difference. It's quite a strong bit of metal, but that turned out into a really nice pick actually, and obviously I really like this handle. So yeah, that's probably one of my faves. I mean, they're all my faves. I love making picks, and I love everyone that I make, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video today is I'm pretty sure a lot of us, once we move on to bigger, harder locks or the more difficult locks, we get different picks, we buy better picks. It's just a natural progression, but we do usually have leftover scrap or leftover picks like this one. I can imagine a lot of us started out with a pick looking like this. I think it's either a Goso set, you get them for about £10 off Amazon. They come with black, it's like a black metal. Can't really see there very well because of the light, but that's actually black there. You can see it's black. It's got a bit of metal to it. It is metal underneath. So what my point is you can upcycle some of these picks. Now some of them are pretty much next to useless, but you can get the foil to it or get the Dremel to it and have a little play. So obviously these ones are black. Well, this one is black. It's the only one I've got left that is still like that, but I've modified a couple. So here, this was a bit of a, this was solid, this bit here was all solid, then it just had this little bit of, so it was always a double peak. I haven't done anything to the double peak. I've just changed the bottom and I've polished the metal to give it a shine and a bit more metallic. But that's a nice little usable twin peak now that I haven't had a chance to use yet, but I'm definitely going to find a use for it. And it's a decent little pick, solid. I don't mind these handles at all. I quite like these, especially for raking. It's nice, it feels nice, and also for going down. It's quite a low peak, double peak, so that's nice. I've filed this down to the best of my ability, but I didn't want to take too much off. It's compromising strength. So that's one of them that I've just decided to change. This one, I don't know if this will work at all, but this was, it had about 4 or 5 peaks, starting from this top one going all the way down to about here, but they just got smaller. So it was a bit like a big, it come up to a point and then it went down. I don't really know, it's a bit of a rocking tool perhaps. I decided to do something with it, so I got rid of the 3 or 4 humps that were here, kept these 2 and just made that valley a little bit deeper and then points a little bit sharper. I also, I don't know if you can tell, tried to put a bit of a curve in this bit here, just so you can get under the pins a little better. If you put an angle, I was worried about taking too much off and breaking the pick, so I kept it at that. But that one I've just polished. This might be a pretty good tool. I'm yet to use it, and I'm sure I'll be doing some shorts, testing it out and giving it a little bit of a run. But again, a pick that would have otherwise been just left for the scrap heap has now become a usable tool, and that's what I'm all about right now. I spent quite a lot of money for the last 1.5 years on picks. Now I've got to the point where I want to just start using the ones I've got or make some new ones myself to my own specifications. And the same with this one. This one might not be any use at all, but it's got a little bit of a ball on the end, and I tried to put a little valley in here. This is for getting under them really low pins and just trying to sneak one up. But I mean, it might not be that great. I'm yet to use it, but again, it wasn't being used at all, so I could maybe thin it out a little before it gets to this ball bit here, but I'm just again compromising strength at that point because it's quite thin as it is. But this again might not be a usable tool, but I've given it a little polish up and it might come in use. In fact, I've got a lock here right now that this will be perfect for. This little Yale. I've got into this Yale before, but it's quite the narrow keyway, but that would fit perfectly. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to open that a lot quicker with that pick. Yet to be decided, but I will have a go at some point. But yeah, my point of the video today is basically upcycle your picks, not necessarily starting from scratch or starting from a bit of cutlery like I did with this. old picks that you've got that you can maybe get the Dremel to, or get some files to, and change the profile that's already there and make it a bit more usable, or just something that's a bit more fun, or just something different. Like this one, I've never seen one like this before. It's a bit like a double dot half diamond, but I don't know if it's going to be any use. If it isn't, I'll just take this second peak off. Get it in focus. I'll take this smaller peak off and I'll just keep it as a half diamond, and it'll still have a use then. But for now, I'm going to keep it as it is, give it a little test run soon and see how it goes. But yeah, if you have tools like old picks that you want to do something with, have a go, have a bit of fun. You might find you design a profile that you wasn't intending to design that works really well, so it's worth a go, and it's fun to be creative. That is it from me today. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you later.